Hi, Catherine Daniel here, and I'm going to go over my lesson plan for ITEC 7430. I create a lesson plan where students will use the Mandoline and incorporate technology to create a potato chip. I like doing this lesson because it allows for students to incorporate many standards within their lesson that we might not have been able to get to. The three pieces of technology that will be used in this unit is Google Drive, Padlet, and Poll Anywhere. Before student, as you can see in my lesson plan, there's all the information here which is posted so you guys can view that. Before students are allowed to get started, they have to create a planning sheet. This page will, along with all the other documents, are posted in a classroom Google Drive so that students have access to that. They will also complete their items and turn them in within the Google Drive as well. But students have to fill this out before they can start. They have to give me the title, the description, estimated cost. Students will use their BYOD to use YouTube, America's Test Kitchen, other websites to get some ideas. They will have to come up with 10 ingredients that they can use, 10 spices to create a dry rub. After that, students will go to the lab. Students will provide feedback from other students using Padlet. Here you can see that students will post their name of their chip, a description, and this will also have their name on it. And after kids taste their chip, they will come to Padlet. They will fill out information and provide feedback to those students. Before they go into the lab, Padlet can also be used for students to provide feedback for one another and collaborate about, hey, does my chip sound good? Hey, do you think this will work? So that'll be really fantastic. I'm going to go, after students finish the lab, they will taste test people. They will fill out this sheet, and then they will use pollanywhere.com to determine whose chip is top notch. This will be posted on the board, and as students taste each other's chips, they will rate their chips so that we can see which student's chip was voted the best one in the class. For this presentation, I've just listed student A, B, and C to protect student privacy. I'm going to show you, students will also have to take a Mandoline quiz before they start, and that's just for safety purposes. Mandoline is a very dangerous piece of equipment, and if we're not careful, you can literally slice like an inch of your finger off. So they are required to take this quiz. They are required to make a 100 before they go on to the next lab, or go into the lab rather. This quiz will be posted in Google Drive, and students will use Google Drive to answer this and turn it in. I'm going to go over the lab with you. So here you see a student working to complete all their paperwork using BYOD. And then they go along through the station. So station 1 is where they develop their spice mixture. Everything is out for them. Once they're finished with station 1, they go to station 2, which is the Mandoline, where they use this piece of equipment to cut their potato chips. Here you can see students working. Station 3 is the drying station. Kids have to go through and dry their potato chips before they're allowed to fry them. Oil and water don't mix, so we have to make sure that everything is completely dry before they drop it in the fryer. Station 4 is their fry station, and this is where they will actually fry their potato chip using a deep fryer, and this is all set up prior to them arriving in class. Here you see the gentleman without the hat, a student frying his potato chips. The student with the hat was actually paired with him to help with differentiation. The student with the hat had a language barrier, and he really didn't understand what was going on, what he needed to do, so he came to me and said, I need some help. Can you show me how to do this? So I assigned him a peer helper, and he followed the student without a hat around in the lab so that he would know exactly what to do the next day, and it worked out really well to be able to do it this way. And then the students will be graded using a generalized rubric. The rubric is broken down into 15, 10, and 5 points. Students will be graded based on these things, so they can get a max of 15 points or as little as 5. To go along with this grade is also their quiz grade, and then the feedback from the other students. I really enjoyed doing this lesson. It allows the kids to be creative. It forces communication between them, and it allows for students to practice skills that they would learn in the real world.